Daisy May Scraggs. What do you want?
Oh, I was just wondering if you could arrange to make the Sadie Hawkins Day race come out right.
So that you catch Lil Abner, no doubt.
Naturally.
Daisy May Scraggs. Do you realize what you're asking? That I betray my neighbor, sell out my fellow man. What is there in this whole world makes you think I can slip to such slimy depths of moral depravity and human degradation?
50 cents?
Could you make that $1?
Maybe could.
All right, then. Abner Yoakum will be stopping that race today. By the only diabolical device guaranteed to make a fear-crazed bachelor stop in full flight.
Namely?
Stupefying doom.
It's a deal.
There's our man now. Oh, available. Come on over here to meet the Honorable General Bowman.
Pleasure to have you in Dog Pass, General.
Jones, have you got something that'll stop Yoakum today so Mr. Fortunato will catch him?
Why, there's only one man for the job. A refugee from justice, hiding out in these hills. A man whose name comprises the 3 foulest words in the English language. Namely, evil, illegal.
And what's an evil eye legal?
Why, picture the warm friendliness of a rattlesnake. Picture 6 feet 4 of menacing manhood. Picture a hat covering a face of sinister rapacity. Picture 2 eyes peering out with supernatural powers of malevolent intent.
Somebody call me?
Legal, sashay on over here and meet the Honorable General Bull Moose.
You actually paralyzed with your eyes?
Absolutely. It's known in paralyzing circles as Fleagle Statement's fabulous fracture eyes and whammy.
Can you put this wayman Abner Yoakum long enough for Mr. Fortunato to catch him today?
Naturally. Get the picture. Sadie Hawkins' day begins. Gun goes off. Bachelors running. Maidens pursuing. Yoakum comes dashing by. A rotates my eyeballs, jumps up and down, rears back and lets fly with a triple whammy which hits the fleeing Yoakum smack in the back.
What happened?
His bone marrow freezes, his pancreas petrifies, and his red corpuscles and his white corpuscles suddenly stand stock still and stupidly stare at each other. Whereupon, who comes up and claims the body but this young lady?
Is he dead?
Well, with Yoakum you can't always tell.
Guarantee he'll thaw out?
Absolutely.
Deliver Yoakum today and you got a job with me for life.
That's your
I have confidence in that fella. He's the same color as money.
All right, you miserable fear-crazed bachelors. When I fires this gun here, you will disperse in all directions. Backside of a tea kettle. And when I fires this gun again, this bevy of love-starved, Valentine-believing maidens will follow after you. There's no rules and everything goes. So are you ready? Sadie Hawkins' day is officially, hey, you get back. Officially begun. Ready, set, bang!
cloak of top echelon security. Although little is known of the progress of the 4 guinea pig volunteers from Dogpatch, rumor has it that their reactions have exceeded even the fondest hopes of the jubilant government scientists working in the super secret laboratory.
My pleasure, Your Honor.
Oh, best wishes to you on your wedding. General Bloomless and your fiancée are waiting for you in the car.
Thank you, ma'am.
Gentlemen, it's remarkable. All reactions completely, utterly, precisely alike. What delicious conformity. What fantastic implications when you think that whoever controls this Jokenberry tonic may well control the world. Think of the unbounded horizons of science. And when whoever takes this Jokenberry tonic will look, act, feel, hope, desire, inhale, exhale, exactly like these specimens.
Dr. Finsdale.
Yes?
Cedric Stockwell. Big part.
Big part of what division?
Why agonizing reappraisal?
I see. Please say your business.
How soon will you complete the test on the effects of the Jokenberry tonic?
In a week or so.
Impossible. You have 48 hours. White House directive.
But why?
We have just learned that a certain power does not use news of a scientific discovery of enormous magnitude. International prestige demands that we beat them to it.
Who is it? What do they have?
I can't mention the country, but the indications are that it is a hydromatic convertible thrust. What? The indications are that it is a hydromatic convertible thrust.
A convertible Broski?
Oh. In the summer, it's a tractor. In the winter, it collects a trailer. And it runs on a secret fuel distilled from high-octane borscht.
And you couldn't tell me the country?
My lips are sealed, but you can see the urgency. The President insists that your tests are completed by midnight tomorrow. Good day, madam. Gentlemen?
Gentlemen, we'll have to upbeat our tempo. Dr. Smithborn, take the volunteers for those for their massive spectrographic isotopic double diaphragmal diaphragmoscope.
Yes, ma'am. Men, to the rear. March.
Beg your pardon, Dr. Finsdale, ma'am, but what exactly is a mass spectrographic isotopic double diathermal diaphonoscope?
Smithborn, do you mean to tell me that you, a super secret scientist in the government supersonic super secret laboratory, don't know what a massive spectrographic isotopic double diathermal diaphonoscope is?
No?
How'd you get this government job?
Terribly loyal?
What's your IQ?
I don't have one. I was just loyal.
Just go. Dr. Grogmeyer, notify the wives and volunteers that they can pick them up tomorrow night. And if they want to pick them up, they can do so at the government's expense.
Dr. Finsdale, not to seem stupid, ma'am, but just precisely what is a mass spectrographic isotopic double diaphragm probe?
How do I know? I was terribly loyal, too.
I know how you feel. I misses him too.
It's a special awful today, Sam. I got this cold, shuddery feeling, and I just know Lil Abner's in real mortal danger.
What makes you so sure?
Well, I always get this feeling when he's in trouble. It's a kind of clutching, grabbing feeling. Right in here. Know what I mean?
Of course I do, honey. But every time I get that feeling, it's either a mighty gas, the approach of a creditor, or I've buttoned the wrong button on my drawers.
Oh, I'm so miserable, Sam.
Well, if you're so miserable, why don't we go visit Mammy? She can cheer us up.
I suppose you're right. I've been Hollywood skipping. I wonder what they look like. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Sam.
Where y'all going?
We're going to Washington to pick up our new beautified husbands. The government sent for us.
Well, what you got there?
We got these from Available Jones. It's a special happiness guaranteed on your second honeymoon do-it-yourself kit.
Well, what's in there?
A black lace natty, some sweet-smelling perfume, some music to scratch your backside. Well, Moonbeam, will you see Lil Abner when you're up there? We'll look him up. Be sure to tell him that I hope he'll be happy. Sure, Daisy, we'll tell him. Chloe and I go down to the station to pick up our tickets. Bye, Daisy. Bye, Sam. Oh, they's all so happy. I could almost cry.
Now, everything's gonna be all right.
Well, how can it be? Now that my man's gone, I'll just never get married.
What'd you say that for?
Well, who'd want me now? I've waited around so long I'm plumb wasted away.
Honey, you got more leftovers than what most people starts out with.
No, Sam. I looked in the mirror this morning, and there is no doubt about it. My good years are gone.
I guess you're right. After all, you is pushing 18.
I'm past my prime.
What a shame.
And I'm losing time.
Guess the old clock's run down.
17 last
My,
week,
what a wasted life.
still without a ring.
Would you become my wife?
I'm past my peak.
Use an early antique.
Look at this physique.
Just hear the old phones creak.
Where there was a glow,
There ain't a glow no more.
now the wrinkles show.
Where art the Romeo?
Think of marrying an octogenarian and 87-year-old hag.
Oh, me, oh.
Lose your disposition all the time. It's mag, mag, mag. Life's like a song
And the happiest thing,
when you're young and strong.
most every day is free.
But it's just a
You
crime
can't get off the dump when you're past your prime. You've passed your prime.
getting grumpy and gray.
On overtime.
Ain't making take-home pay.
Every sun that
All
sets
through the day I fret
brings you more
and
regrets.
larger silhouettes.
You climb the heights
Eyes over the hill.
of romantic
My
nights.
hand has lost its skill.
Comes the cruel
I'm
dawn.
feeling pale and drawn.
Lover boy has gone.
Doggone. I ask you who's made it. You succeeded
Like a mummy
underground. When you antiquated boys ain't antiquated. They preferred you in the round. Life's just like pie
Huckleberry or peach.
when you're young and spry.
Heaven's within your reach.
But it's just a
How
crime
can it be sublime when you're past your prime? When you're past your prime. When you're past your prime.
Little Abner just as soon as he's married to Mr. Passionata.
What? Are you sure it was a real and true dream?
Are you sure you was tuned in on the right channel?
Oh, I'm sure. We gotta do something.
We gotta act fast.
We gotta get to Washington.
Daisy, I just got words with you.
Oh, heads up, Earthquake.
I love you, gal.
Now we're in terrible trouble.
Well, marry me. I'll do anything for you.
How are we ever gonna defeat a strong force like General Beaumouche?
Just name somebody you don't like.
Oh, we don't have any power.
Oh, back in his skull.
None of us here is strong enough to... Earthquake. Little Abner's in terrible trouble up in Washington. Maybe get killed if we don't help him out.
A crying shame. Now, if you'll marry me, why, I'll be willing.
All right. I will.
I'll be willing to. You will?
Daisy!
What you saying?
On one condition, you comes up to Washington and uses your brute strength to help save Little Abner's life.
And if I do, you solemn promises to marry me?
I solemn promises to marry you.
Lady, you got yourself a deal.
Not now, we ain't got time.
Okay, now you get them Scraggs and the others and tell them to bring their socializing clothes.
All super fish?
That's right, we're heading for high society country. There ain't gonna be anybody soupier or fishier than we is.
All right.
You idiot! Couldn't you get the government to delay those tests?
I've tried for a day and a half, and Yoakum gives them the rights midnight tonight.
Midnight it is. Well, by Simmons Mattress and all his springs, I'll get my hands on that formula. And I got the man for the job. Press my evil eye legal button.
This me, boss?
Yeah, have you got a whammy that'll make Yoakum tell me the truth?
Absolutely. It's known as Flegel's famous non-prevaricate veracitizing truth whammy. And what would you like on this whammy? Truth, whole truth, half truth, or a little of each?
You've got a half-truth telling whammy?
Why, in Washington, it's one of my biggest items.
But, Boozy, what happens to Yoakum after you get the formula?
We proceed with Flegel's original plan.
Right. I give him my suicidal sports car whammy. He jumps in their sports car and drives himself off a cliff.
Huh. Capital. Veracitize him at once.
All right, who gets them loaded?
Loaded.
Well, my whammy only works if the victim's gas, pickled, or under the influence of alcohol.
But, Boozy, sweet, you know Little Abner doesn't drink.
Why not?
Well, he says he's a 100% red-blooded American. And you know red-blooded Americans don't drink, smoke, or smooch.
There's gotta be a way to get that boy to take a drink.
Well, what about the society party you're giving us tonight?
Aha, we've got him. No 100% red-blooded American would dare refuse to toast his prospective bride. Sound all right?
Sounds perfect.
All right, now everyone has their parts to play. You too, Apassionata.
But, Boozy, sweet, supposing I make a mistake and roust everything up.
Then you'll be back at the 5-minute car wash, washing windows.
Earthquake, you and Sam sneak on back to the gate and tell the others to stand by in case we need them.
Right.
Abner's coming, now you just scoot. What you mean, gal? Abner will never go of his own free will. He lives by the code of the hills and he's promised to get married.
But they's gonna kill him.
Don't make no difference. You know he'd die first so he'd break his promise. But Daisy, child. Let me do it my own way, Mammy. I'll just have to use my feminine wiles. Feminine wiles.
Howdy, Daisy. What you doing here?
I just had to see you once more, Abner.
How'd you get in?
I sneaked in. Oh, Abner, I just had to see you one more time.
Daisy, you sure are a sight for sore eyes.
Am I, Abner?
You sure is.
Oh, well, I come, Abner, on account of... Since I knows you so well and all, I thought I might be able to give your intended some advice.
Advice?
About some of the things that makes you happy.
So sweet of you, Daisy.
Like your breakfast. How much cream and sugar you likes and your cold pork chop.
Mr. Passionata ain't the cold pork chop type.
How to dig your special worms and bait your hook. But most of all, how to fix up your home so it'd be a nice, loving home. Like the one you and I might have had.
Would have been a right nice one, too, Daisy.
Remember that piece of land you always liked?
A smack between Poison Oak Gulch and Contagious Lane.
Right behind the school.
Nice view of the Skunk Works.
Walking distance from Unnecessary Mountain.
Show a pretty spot.
Oh, we'd have had a sweet little place, Abner. Not some big old cold house like this one. Just close your eyes and picture it.
Well, I can see a rocking chair, and a lamp, and a couch.
And love, Abner. Don't forget, love. You can tell when you open the door. You can tell when there's love in a home. Every picture you see seems to say, where you've been too long away. The laughter rings and the tea kettle sings like the people who live in the room. And the clock seems to chime, come again anytime. You'll be welcome wherever you roam. You can tell when there's love in a home.
You can tell when you open the door. You can tell if there's love in a home. Every table and chair seems to smile. Come on in, set a spell, stay a while. You almost feels you've been there once before. By the shine and the glow of the room. And the clock seems to chime, come again anytime. You'll be welcome wherever you roam. You can tell when there's love in a home.
Abner, you and I can still have that little home.
How, Daisy?
Run away with me now.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
You know I can't, Daisy. I already gave my word.
But Abner...
Besides, Miss Passionata's pining to marry me, and I ain't even to break any more hearts than I already has.
Then run for your life, Abner Yoakum. That's right, they's aiming to kill you. That General Bull Moose and your precious intended.
Daisy, that's a terrible thing to say.
But it's true. I heard him say it right in this very room.
Daisy, I'm starting to get angry with you. You're saying this kind of you're a poor gal who's still miserably in love with me.
But Abner...
For which I can't blame you, because I can understand how it could happen.
Run for your life, Abner Yoakum.
Daisy, you go on home and forget all about me.
No, Abner.
You heard me? I have spoken.
Mammy, happy to be here.
I sure did. Now you go get Earthquake and the rest of them owners, Scrag. You tell them we're going to save that boy's life whether he wants it or not. Even if we have to bust in that ballroom ourselves tonight.
These indignities! Who dare would crash one of my parties?
Step to me, General.
Yeah, what is this nonsense about a disturbance at the gate?
true. There's a mob of horrible-looking hillbillies saying that they have arrived for the party.
It's that rabble from Dog Patch.
There's a little old lady with a pipe. She says she's Yoakum's mother. She says if you don't let him in, it'll look suspicious, like you're trying to hide something.
What's that?
She said something about going straight to Drew Pearson.
Drew Pearson? I can't afford an incident like that. I've only got till midnight to get my hands on that formula. All right, let them in.
Let them in, sir?
Yes, clean them out, clean them up, and take them out to the west wing.
Yes, sir.
No, wait a minute. The wind is coming from the west. Take them to the east wing. You keep an eye on Yoakum. Make sure he doesn't know they're here. All right. You call the police and tell them I want a squad of men placed discreetly around my grounds. But unobtrusive, you hear me? I do not want to embarrass my guests.
Yes, sir.
But, Sal, you are actually going to let them into your home. You have to expect these kinds of things just to get your hands on a measly couple of $1 billion. But think of your dignity, Sal. Dignity? Dignity is a thing of the past. Rockefeller, Astor, Vanderbilt, they could afford dignity. They didn't have to put up with all this modern-day nonsense. These newfangled ideas. Old age pensions, Social Security. I told them, you put a radical like Herbert Hoover in the White House, and they call it progress. I hate to do this, my boy, but I hope you understand.
I can't blame you. They hadn't ought to behave this way.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Earthquake, do something!
General Bowman, sir, we sorry we caused this disturbance. But we was under the impression that you aimed to hurt our friend Abner, who we love and adore.
Preposterous.
But we's wrong, so we'll go and quietly.
Doesn't cross and lake in the grass!
Earthquake, you's a gentleman.
Why, thank you, Abner, but I'd sure like us all to part friends. So I'm asking you, Brother Bull Moose, to join me in a toast to Abner and the future Mrs. Yoakum.
Well, I'm not one to harbor a grudge. Waiter!
I told you he was friendly like.
To the bride-to-be!
There you is, a ricocheted, truth-whammified Mr. Bull Moose.
Earthquake, you lovable rat! We got him! Now he's got to tell the truth! Mr. Policeman, just you listen. General Ballmoose, is you or is you not a no-good, double-crossing, thieving crook?
Would you repeat the question?
Is you or is you not a no-good, double-crossing, thieving crook?
Yes, madam, I am.
And just what did you intend to do with Abner Yoakum?
Subject him to Evil Eye Fleagle's truth whammy,
So he tell you,
the secret to Yoakumberry tonic,
whereupon you intended to,
further used in Nefarious E.E. Fleagle,
the purpose being,
to put a suicidal whammy on the gullible Yoakum,
whereupon the poor old fool would,
jump into my fastest sports car,
and subsequently,
drive off the nearest cliff,
making it appear like,
accidental death,
when for real and true it was.
cold-blooded, premeditated murder.
There you have it, the confessed murderer. Take him away!
You too, come on. I don't want you to take it off.
All residents of Dogpatch are hereby ordered to return to their homes immediately and resume their orderly evacuation.
But the bombing's been called off.
Mr. Army-Man, what about our Yokenberry tonic? The tests have been declared a failure.
Oh, failure!
There are buses outside to transport you back to your homes. You women whose husbands have been used as guinea pigs, there's a special bus to take you over to the laboratory. You'll have to come with them, Mr. Yoakum. What for? You'll find out in the laboratory. Now, move along.
Now you just wait 1 minute. I earn you fair and square. You is coming with me.
Please, Earthquake. Not till I find out what's going to happen to Lil Abner. Please.
But remember, you is mine now. Forever and forever.
Yes, Earthquake. I'm yours now.
All right.
Heart. Quiet, please. But where is he? You'll see for yourselves in a moment. Step this way. All right, let the subjects enter. Is they a husband?
Look at them muscles.
He's gorgeous.
Ain't nothing wrong with them that I won't fix.
Madam, would you embrace your husband?
One eye. Oh, boy. Me.
Ladies, would you embrace your husband?
Yes, Lou, Si, what's wrong with them? Don't they care about us no more? How come?
The tests have tragically demonstrated while the Yokenberry tonic will make men physically perfect, eternally youthful, incredibly attractive, they unfortunately lose all romantic interest whatsoever.
My goodness, they've all become Lil Abners. You can't do that to us. You just can't. Put 'em back the way they was. Oh, put 'em back the way they was. They was dumb, they was heathen, but at least they was breathing. So whatever else you done, put 'em back the way they was. Put 'em back the way they was, the way they was. Oh, put 'em back the way they was. They was plumb unattractive, but by gum they was active. So I beg you kindly, kind, put 'em back the way they was. Put 'em back the way they was, the way they was. Oh, put 'em back the way they was. They was not enough for duty, but they sure done the duty, and they made the food wide buzz. Put 'em back the way they was. They was lonely and lanky, but they loved hanky-panky. They did things that Elton does. Put 'em back the way they was. They was vile-looking varmints wearing vile-looking garments, but they knowed a hymn from us. Put 'em back the way they was. Put 'em back the way they was, the way they was. Oh, put 'em back the way they was. They was no-shaped lovers, but they warmed up the covers, covered as they was with buzz. Put 'em back the way they was.
I'm sorry, ladies. It's time to go now.
Listen, woman, you just can't leave them like this.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Iron Man, what is we gonna do?
Return to Dogpatch.
With a husband?
No, they must remain here. Now, please move along.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Is they the way they is and I'm the way I am from drinking that Yokenberry tonic?
Regretfully true, Mr. Yoakum.
Pull that no-good, miserable tree.
The bus is waiting. Do they all go?
All except for these men and Mr. Yoakum. We'll have to keep them for further studies. But for now, men, 1, 2, 3, up. Good. Walk this way.
Well, Daisy, I guess this is goodbye for a while.
It's goodbye forever.
Forever? Why?
I promised Earthquake that if he'd come up to Washington and help save your life, then him and me'd get married. So he's gone now.
Earthquake, do you mind if I have one little moment alone with Daisy?
Well,
Please, Earthquake.
no messing around.
No messing around. Oh, Abner.
I know how you feel, Daisy. We live by the code of the hills, and a promise is a promise.
Maybe there's something we can do.
Too late for that now. Don't you worry, none. Earthquake found that a fine man wants to marry up with you.
Things never gonna be like it could have been with you.
Please, Daisy.
You deserve to want to hold you. Name me mine. There to comfort and enfold you. Rain or shine. Say the word and I'll wait forever. No matter what you do.
Ah, Daisy.
Hurry up and goodbye,
Oh, I done it. It's all my fault. I ruined my own boy.
Mammy, I've got something to say.
How I should have known. I should have realized it.
Now, Mammy, I'm going to be heard.
Will you hush up? Oh, I never should have given him that tonic. I should have had
Mammy, you going to listen to...
Will you hush up, you little pipsqueak?
You hush up. What? For once, you going to hush and stay hushed. I got some private talking to do with my boy, and by gum, I'm going to do it.
But, Pappy...
Now, get, woman. I'll see you back in Dog Pass if I get notion to. Now, get. I've spoken. Come over here, son. I got something to say. Supposing I told you I had a solution to you and your friend's miserable condition.
Pappy, don't be joking about something so serious.
But there is, son. There is a show way.
What is it?
Well, it's a potion developed by our founder, Jubilation Tea Corn Pone.
I've already had too many tonics and potions.
But you haven't had Corn Pone's powerfully potent, perpetually passionizing and romanticizing potion.
What, romanticize me and put those boys back the way they was?
Well, when I was your age, I had a mighty yo trouble myself. So I took a swig of that potion.
What happened?
As I wiped my lips, your sweet, ugly mammy came walking by. And all I can say is that dried up, sawed off little creature looked to me like Lillian Russell, Mary Miles Minter, and a plate of pork chops rolled into one.
Well, what is we waiting for?
Now, wait a minute. There's one very special and important condition that goes with this potion.
Well, what is it?
It only works if you really want it to.
Oh, I does, Pappy, I does.
Well, then get. That wasn't it waiting for man nor beast. And with earthquake out there, that covers both ends. Western Union, please. I want to send a telegram to Mary and Sam, Mammy, and Daisy Mae Sprague, Dog Pass, USA. Message? Stall, stall, stall.
Come on, Sam. Start festivitating.
Earthquake, why don't you wait till we's relocated?
Now, Sam, if I was to wait till we's relocated, the Queen's likely to shuffle herself right out of the deck.
Now, Earthquake.
So stop festivitating.
Very well. Dearly beloved, We are gathered here today. I can't do it, Earthquake.
You can't do what?
I can't go through with it. You want my full $8 wedding, and I gotta get in an $8 mood, and there's no telling how long that's gonna take. I was there.
And just what do you think you're doing?
Getting married.
Are you out of your mind? The plane and the bomb are almost on their way. Dogpatch must be completely evacuated in 20 minutes.
No problem. We'll be out of here long before that.
See that you are, or the Army will move you out by force.
Hurry up, Sam. Go ahead and get to the I-dozens.
That's right, Sam. Proceed. Only I do wish you'd wait, Earthquake dear, till my kinfolk get here. Count of this wedding is gonna mean so much to them.
Of course, my dear.
Since the bombing and all, they's all gonna move in with such a nice new home.
Of course, my dear.
With their new rich relative.
Of course, my rich relative. Who?
Why, you, of course.
Me.
You don't think a scrag would let another scrag go homeless long as he was related to anyone as well-heeled as the world's dirtiest wrestler?
You mean them ornery scrag is gonna move in with us?
Naturally. I sent Speedy McRabbit out to tell them all the good news. They'll be here directly. I see him coming now. Hi, Lazy. This is Aunt Unsociable Scrag, your fine daughter, Unbearable. Say hello to your new rich cousin.
Hi, Mr. Magoon. How you doing? Hey, look who come out of the swamp. Oh, an appetizing Scrag.
Well, upon my soul, if it isn't the Bar Harbor Scrag.
He's been borrowed from every harbor in country.
Hey, Sam, ain't you got some marrying to do?
Well, I sure has. Now batten down y'all's hatches when I let it fly with my full $8 wedding. Dearly beloved, we is gathered here today.
It's unto dearly beloved
To put an unfortunate, miserable critter away.
that it was hung first.
Remember poor Adam who got married, and so begin that miserable race of creatures known as married men.
Married man.
Then think about Samson, who was Israel's strongest man.
The strongest.
Till little Delilah went and gave him a ponytail.
Ponytail.
State your objections, or forever hold your peace.
He's telling you state your objections.
You're signing a genuine ironclad permanent lease.
Never no escape clause.
Don't let me influence you in saying those fatal words.
Fatal words.
Just let me remind you, getting married's for the birds.
For the birds.
Now, if you still want this little gal's your love for me, my powers invested, I pronounce as you man and
Wedding.
Stop this wedding.
Did you say stop this wedding?
That's right, I claim Daisy Man for myself.
you.
You know that got the outside of your face when time to get through with that romanticizing potion.
Ain't no such thing.
Well, yes, there is.
Don't matter whether they is or ain't. I got something I want to say. Now, this here fine young maiden has loved this fine young man all of her life. And even if it means giving up my lifelong dream, I'm willing to make the sacrifice.
I got it. Here it is, Abner.
Thanks, Pappy.
Now remember, it only works if you really want it to.
Oh, I does, Pappy, I does.
Hey, Pappy, what's in that jug?
Just a little old creek water. Just some plain old creek water.
Daisy.
Abner.
Lil Abner, does you take Daisy, invested, I pronounce is you.
Hey, look! There's my husband! Give me some of that!
Invested, I pronounce is you.
Stop this wedding. Your time is up.
But I've just got 3 more words.
The plane and the bomb are on their way.
Just one little word.
Not one word, not one syllable.
Well, come on, folks. Let's get the statue.
We ain't leaving without our statue of Jubilation Tea Corn Pone.
Look! Something found the statue!
Will you please, in the name of reason, get out of here?
What is it? What is it, Pappy?
Something here signed Abraham Lincoln.
The trucker! Abraham Lincoln?
Listen to this. Because of his lack of strategy, his military blunders, and his general ineptness, which almost single-handedly encouraged the North to win the Civil War, a grateful government dedicates this statue of General Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, proclaiming it a national shrine.
You can't deface a national shrine.
No.
You can't deface it, you can't move it, and you can't bomb it.
Oh.
Right. I notify Washington. President to cancel the plane of bomb.
Yes, ma'am.
Citizens of Dog Patch, the evacuation has ended.
My power's invested, I pronounce is you. Wait! Oh, what is it? Well, this joyful event cannot be consummated till we pay tribute to that one man who's made this all possible. Who romanticized this boy? Who put them back the way they was? Who saved our town from being bombed? None other than that beloved man sitting up there, not a horser. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone. Though he's gone to his reward, his mighty torch is still lit. First in war, and first in peace, and first to holler out quick. Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, unshaven and shorn bone. Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, he really saved the day. Why, it was Jubilation Tea Corn Pone, unshaven and shorn bone.
choreography and dance numbers.
This is for Mr. Siebert. Mr. Siebert put up a lot from us and doesn't practice. He got irate sometimes. No. You put up with it and he hung.
I'd like Mrs. Rummer to come up here. We really want to thank you, Mr. Rummer, for all the years, the great times we've had together. Just what a great director, how much you've taught us, how much we've grown, Lord, through you, Mr. Rummer. Thank you.
I'd like to call all the seniors back up here just one more time. And Mike and Kurt, if you come too, please. And David. I'd just like to share the scripture that was in the program with you all. Being confident of this very thing, that he that hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. And I just really see that over the years we've worked together, that God really has performed and begun a good work, and he will continue it out. These are my babies up here, and we've been together a long time, and I'm just really confident that God will take them really far. I don't know that we'll ever see them on the stage. I don't think that's the greatest lesson that we've learned here. I think that we've learned to work hard as one body in the body of Christ. We've learned to struggle through things. We've learned to have fun together. We've learned to cooperate. We've learned to depend on the Lord and to be very thankful for the blessings that he gives us. And I just know that he'll continue to work in each one of your lives as long as you'll let him. And I'm just real proud of these kids. I just love them to death. And I just thank God for them. It's a great one. Up here, we just have had great help. We have Mike Armstrong on the lights back there, and Mark Sybil, so I'd like you to come up. Backstage, who just kept everything running real smooth, and I'm sure. I'd also like to thank Mark Siebert. He just really
was a strength to me. I know when things got kind of tough sometimes, and I just feel like being whiny or crabby. He was always there listening, and we just ended up laughing together, and it's been really a great pleasure working with him. I'd also like to thank Jane Mayer. Jane and I have, for the years before, she's kind of been my partner in the back, and we always sit together and watch the plays together and laugh together. And then this year she came forward since Kay left and helped us with the choreography.